The original oaks, the umbrella oaks, these large canopied oaks, all of them must perish, must die on the island, and that 7 people must die, and then the treasure will be revealed. All of the oaks currently are dead, and 6 people have tragically perished in pursuit of the treasure. After 12 exciting years of The Curse of Oak Island, the team has decided to raise the stakes with a brand new season, Tales from Oak Island. This time, they're claiming to be on the verge of discovering the long-lost treasure that's been hidden for over 200 years in this enigmatic location. However, just recently, the US government has stepped in and put a halt to their efforts. Rumor has it that the show might not last much longer. So, what's going on? Did they uncover something so monumental that even the government wants to keep it hidden? What's really happening on Oak Island, the island of mysteries? Oak Island, a small island off the coast of Nova Scotia, has captivated mystery lovers and treasure hunters for over 2 centuries. What is it about this place that continues to draw so many? Is there hidden treasure, complex traps, or secrets buried for centuries? The story of Oak Island dates back to 1795, long before today's high-tech treasure hunters arrived. That's when a young man named Daniel McGinnis stumbled upon a strange depression in the ground while exploring the island. Intrigued, he and his friends decided to dig, and what they uncovered was nothing short of baffling. Just a few feet below the surface, they found a layer of flagstones followed by wooden platforms spaced every 10 feet. But as they dug deeper, the pit began to flood, as if the island itself was trying to hide something. It quickly became clear that this was no ordinary hole. The flooding wasn't a coincidence, it appeared to be a carefully designed booby trap meant to protect whatever lay beneath. But what could be so valuable or dangerous that someone would go to such lengths to conceal it? Over the years, countless attempts have been made to uncover the mystery of the so-called money pit. From treasure hunters in the 1800s to modern-day explorers armed with cutting-edge technology, the island's allure has never faded. Although intriguing clues have surfaced over the years, such as scraps of parchment, traces of gold, and even ancient artifacts, the ultimate prize has eluded all who have ventured to uncover it, leaving Oak Island one of the most enigmatic places on Earth. The legend of Oak Island entered the mainstream in 1965 when Reader's Digest published an article titled Oak Island's Mysterious Money Pit by staff writer David MacDonald. Although only 5 pages long, the article sparked global curiosity. It painted a captivating picture of hidden treasure concealed by sophisticated engineering and intrigued readers with its sense of mystery and adventure. For many, it was an invitation to imagine the possibilities, and one young reader in particular was deeply affected by it. At just 11 years old, Rick Lagina came across the article in his school library. It wasn't simply the idea of treasure that fascinated him, it was the enigma surrounding it, the adventure, and the audacity of a story that seemed almost too incredible to be true. His younger brother Marty also found the story compelling, but for different reasons. While Rick was drawn to the excitement of the mystery, Marty saw it as a puzzle, a centuries-old challenge that demanded to be solved. For the Lagina brothers, the allure of Oak Island was more than just a fleeting dream, it became a mission. As adults, they pooled their resources, bought a significant portion of the island, and set out to uncover its secrets. Their quest has been chronicled in the hit TV series The Curse of Oak Island, which has captivated millions of viewers since its debut. Over the years, the show has uncovered fascinating finds, such as coins, tools, and ancient artifacts, hinting at a lost civilization or something even more mysterious. Yet, the story of Oak Island isn't just about treasure, it's about the mystery of who could have created such an elaborate hiding place. Some believe pirates, like the infamous Captain Kidd, could be responsible, while others speculate the treasure might belong to the Knights Templar, a secretive and legendary order shrouded in history. The theories surrounding Oak Island's mystery are endless, with some even suggesting connections to Shakespeare and the Holy Grail. While the ideas are intriguing, concrete evidence remains elusive. What makes the mystery even more captivating is the island's tragic history. Over the years, 6 people have lost their lives in pursuit of its secrets, fueling the legend of a curse: 7 must die before the treasure is found. Whether you believe in the curse or not, it adds a chilling layer to an already fascinating story. The money pit itself holds one of the most perplexing mysteries. How was such a sophisticated system of flood tunnels and traps constructed centuries ago, and what could be the reason behind such elaborate precautions? These unanswered questions have kept treasure hunters returning despite the risks involved. Today, the Laguina brothers and their team continue to investigate the island, uncovering new clues each season. While the treasure still eludes them, the discoveries made along the way have been extraordinary. What drives them is the belief that uncovering Oak Island's secrets could rewrite history. Perhaps the treasure isn't just gold or jewels but something far more significant, something that could challenge our understanding of the past. This possibility is what keeps both the team and their audience deeply invested in the ongoing quest. This curiosity and passion led Rick and Marty straight to the island's doorstep, uninvited, by the way. So what happened next? Starting the mission, Rick and Marty Laguina arrived at Oak Island's causeway uninvited, eager to introduce themselves to Dan Blankenship, one of the island's most legendary treasure hunters. When they reached the island, Dan was there to meet them, likely surprised by their unexpected arrival. Rick remembers Dan's first impression of them, one brother holding a bottle, the other carrying a basket of flowers. With a grin, Dan joked, "Beware of Greeks bearing gifts," to which Marty quickly retorted, "We're not Greeks, we're Italians." Dan shot back, "Even worse." This humorous exchange marked the beginning of what would become a strong and successful partnership. By 2006, the Laguinas, along with their Michigan-based partners Craig Tester and Alan K. Crave, persuaded Dan to let them join Oak Island Tours Incorporated, the company overseeing the treasure hunt. Dan Blankenship was a true legend, having spent decades attempting to uncover the island's secrets, so teaming up with him felt like a dream come true for Rick and Marty. As their partnership deepened, so did their investigations. Unlike previous treasure hunters who had focused mainly on the famous Money Pit, the Laguinas and their team turned their attention to other parts of the island, including the mysterious triangle-shaped swamp. What made the swamp so intriguing was its unnatural appearance. Many believe it was artificially created, perhaps as part of a grand design to conceal something extraordinary. Their curiosity paid off in a big way. During one of their early explorations, they made a remarkable discovery, a Spanish coin, known as an 8 reals or piece of 8, dated 1652. Holding a coin over 350 years old, Rick and Marty marveled at the question of how it had ended up on such a remote island off the coast of Nova Scotia. This find only deepened their determination to solve the mystery of Oak Island. For Rick and Marty, the discovery was thrilling, but for Dan, it was deeply personal. After nearly 50 years on Oak Island, it was the first significant artifact he had ever held in his hands. The Laguinas understood that the value of the coin went far beyond its monetary worth. It was a crucial piece of the puzzle. The Spanish coin suggested activity on the island long before modern treasure hunters arrived, potentially linking the island to the elusive treasure everyone had been searching for. For Dan, it was the validation of a lifetime's dedication to uncovering Oak Island's secrets. But the discoveries didn't stop there. In 2016, while exploring a section of the island known as Lot 24, the team uncovered another intriguing find. Amid the dirt and debris, they discovered a collection of artifacts, including a button bearing the likeness of King George II. This wasn't just an ordinary relic, it was a direct connection to the 18th century, possibly linking Oak Island to British military activity or colonial settlers. Each new find added another layer to the mystery. The Spanish coin, the button, and the complex flood tunnels in the Money Pit all hinted at a much larger interconnected story. Were they pieces of a grander puzzle that had yet to be solved? The team couldn't help but feel they were getting closer to uncovering the answers that had eluded so many before them. Although some of the discoveries seemed minor on their own, together they told the story of an island that had witnessed centuries of activity, much of it shrouded in secrecy. The big questions remained: who were these people who came to Oak Island? What were they hiding, and why go to such lengths to protect it? For Rick, Marty, and their team, every new discovery was a reason to keep searching. What else could be buried beneath the island's surface, waiting to be found? More strange discoveries occurred during their search. The team uncovered a variety of intriguing artifacts that suggest Oak Island has a much deeper history than previously thought. British coins from the 18th century, musket parts, and tools have been found scattered across the island, pointing to human activity long before treasure hunters arrived. These artifacts help establish a timeline. Coins, for instance, can be linked to specific events or groups, such as British military movements during colonial times. The presence of musket parts and tools further suggests that Oak Island may have served as a base or campsite for various groups. The mid-18th century items connect the island to a turbulent period in global history, marked by colonial expansion, piracy, and the influence of secretive organizations like the Freemasons. With each discovery, the potential suspects behind the island's mystery have expanded. Initially, the focus was on pirates, particularly figures like Captain Kidd, who were notorious for burying stolen treasure in remote locations. But as more evidence came to light, other possibilities began to emerge, leaving the mystery of Oak Island even more complex and compelling. One theory suggests the French military's presence in Nova Scotia during the 18th century could be linked to Oak Island. The French may have buried supplies, valuables, or strategic documents to keep them out of British hands. Another theory points to the Freemasons, an organization known for its use of symbols in hidden chambers. The island's engineering feats, particularly the money pit, are far more complex than anything pirates might have constructed, fueling speculation that the Freemasons could be involved. Perhaps the most intriguing theory connects Oak Island to the Knights Templar, a medieval order that disbanded in the early 14th century and was rumored to have hidden treasures, including religious relics like the Holy Grail. Although there is no concrete proof linking the Templars to Oak Island, certain finds, such as a lead cross discovered by the team, suggest a European presence on the island long before the 18th century. Despite these exciting discoveries, the journey hasn't been without hardship. In 2019, the team faced a devastating loss with the passing of Dan Blankenship, a mentor and key figure in the modern treasure hunt. Dan dedicated over 50 years of his life to uncovering Oak Island's secrets. His death marked the end of an era, but the team made a firm commitment to continue his work, determined to uncover the treasure he had devoted his life to finding. The loss of Dan Blankenship was not only an emotional blow but also a practical challenge for the team. His experience, knowledge, and insights were crucial to the mission. With such a central figure gone, the team had to adapt and find new ways to continue their search. They brought in a team of experts from various fields to help push the investigation forward, to dig deeper both literally and figuratively. The team turned to science. Experts in geology, archaeology, and metallurgy were enlisted to help interpret clues and test findings. One significant discovery involved artifacts exposed to saltwater for extended periods, which showed high levels of chlorine. This suggested that the items had been submerged in seawater, possibly linking them to the island's infamous flood tunnels. The flood tunnels have long been a key aspect of the Oak Island